Buffalo is going to win it home.
Kick your heels up and shout.
We've seen why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah,
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl, yeah.
Now, baby, come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
All right, we are live, and we are back. Welcome to another episode of the Overdue Bills podcast, and we're truly excited. We're definitely excited today because we got some things to talk about. I got red on because I believe it's blood in the water, and I think we got a lot of things that we need to discuss as a collective body. And we're here today. So let me introduce the guys today. We have yours truly, Matt, a.k.a. Optimistic Matt. Matt, how you doing today, man?
Doing all right, man. It's Tuesday, or just ready to pod.
It definitely is Tuesday. We had, some things we had to get out the way Monday, but I think it was good for us to kind of let us think about some things. Let us, ruminate on some things, as they say.
Cooler head prevails.
Oh, that's what we'll see about that. And so, we have, our guy, yours truly, Rat, a.k.a. All-Purpose Rat. Rat, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great, bro. I'm doing great. Can't complain. Let's get it.
Okay.
I can.
Short and sweet, because you know what time it is. And you hear him, my guy, your guy, Mike, a.k.a. Roger Goodell. Mike, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Roger.
What's going on,
Roger.
I'm wearing that black because it's a funeral out here. Season might be dead, but more to come.
Okay. Shout out to everybody out there. We ask you to like, share, rate, and review, subscribe. Do all those amazing things. OverdueBillsPod.com. OverdueBillsPod.com. Where you can find all Overdue Bills content. You can find all socials on that platform and our merchandise. We just dropped some new merch on the site. Definitely some quality pieces. Mike is sporting one right now. You see,
it's even invisible.
Yeah, it's definitely invisible.
I know, right?
Now you see me, now you don't. But for sure.
Like the Bills offense,
Yeah, we definitely gonna talk about
that. Oh, here we go, man. Turn this up.
It was right there. It was right there.
Low hanging fruit.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely hoodie season. Crew neck season. If you go outside, we don't have bad weather in Buffalo, so it's definitely the time to get these. So please, sir, go to the site, click that button, go get it right now. You can hit us up on all social platforms at Overdue Bills Pod. And with that being said, let's get into the show, man. We got some things to talk about. So quick question of the day. I just want to throw this out there since we just played this game, but I think it's safe to say that Pat Mahomes is in a tier of his own. And, it was once on this podcast that some people have said that, Josh Allen was an MVP candidate, so on and so forth. So I'm going to ask this question to the group. Is Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson better than Josh Allen? I'm just throw that out there. Are they better, or at least there is no distinction between the two or between the three anymore? Like it's one and the same.
Yeah, let me go because before you sent that the rundown yesterday, my very first thing I was coming in to say was that game showed us that Josh Allen, we on this show, or Bills fans can no longer say that Josh Allen is the second best quarterback in the NFL. It's Mahomes and Burrow are both over him. Now, what you do after that with Lamar, Hurts, Herbert, any of those guys, CJ Stroud, whatever you do with those guys, I'll let y'all argue that. Lamar does have an MVP, but Josh has more playoff success. But in terms of Mahomes and Burrow, it's those two that's leading the NFL quarterback, hierarchy, and then everybody else after that.
Interesting. Matt, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, I would say with that, I would say Burrow, I think, is more consistent than Josh. I mean, Josh is obviously he has different intangibles, things like that.
So he's
But
better
as
than
far
him.
as like pure quarterback, and dissecting, what's going on out there, I think Joe's definitely taking a step above him coming back this year and improving every week. So I would agree with that. Pat, I think he's in a league of his own right now. Even though the last two games he really didn't have great games, but he's definitely seems like he does a lot more with less sometimes. So I'll have to give him the nod right now. But yeah, I'm with Mike though. After those two, it's kind of up in the air. And Josh just isn't playing consistent enough for me to throw him back up there right now.
Interesting. So, Rat, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, as of today, I got him slotted third, and I think that's just temperament. I think Josh, obviously has the ability of all other ones, but his temperament and his decision making early on in games is always like he just need to settle in and it's like these year 6 and 7, bro. Ain't no more settling in. You know what I mean? That was a playoff atmosphere type of game. And and he wasn't bad. We seen worse Josh and we seen better Josh, but he didn't pull through when we need him. We needed him to be the best version of himself, and he wasn't. And if we got the best version of Josh, I think we won that game. So I think, and Joe Burrow has shown that, even kill. He had some bad games early on, but that was injury and stuff like that. When Joe Burrow is ready to go, high pressurized moments, he show up. Josh showed ever since that Chiefs game, I thought, okay, he cracked through something. He pause. He bust through the wall of like being able to be consistent. I said pause. But he's still up and down. He's still Jekyll and Hyde still. So and that's possession to possession. Sometimes it used to be game to game, but now it's a little better because it's possession to possession where he can turn it around the next possession. But still, we need that more consistent Josh Allen, and he hasn't been. So right now I got him slotting third. I still think he's better than Lamar.
For me, I think it's all in the same tier. I think Lamar, him winning the MVP, I know he's been injured, but Joe Burrow, Josh, I think that they're definitely better than the class below them. Like there is some separation there, but yeah, for sure. Hurts, Stroud, you name it.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure. I
mean, Hurts on the second level or the third level?
The third level. So like,
really?
Yeah. He's not with those that terrible because I even though Josh Allen, like, he's not necessarily playing the best, quote unquote. I mean, like he's still amazing. Like I'm not here to just be like, oh, Josh is not an amazing player anymore. That's not the
argument. Sure? That's what I definitely thought you was about to come say.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Okay.
I'm not saying that at all. I mean, he's still. I mean, being in the second tier is not like chump change. It's not like we have a terrible quarterback. I'm not blaming Josh Allen per se. I still now in the back of my mind, the trade Josh Allen for 6 first rounds, I'm never off of that. Like he has not changed my mind about that. I still think we should trade Josh Allen for 6 first rounds and other stuff. If that deal is on the table, I'm not sure if it's still out there. But
it never was. I'm sorry to let you know that.
I mean, I think that somebody would do that. I don't know.
No, they won't.
Well, you never know. Listen, you never know. But
you wouldn't even trade Josh in fantasy, let alone in real life.
Well, I'm not trading Josh in fantasy because after I beat you, Mike, I'm going to the playoffs and I'm winning the whole thing. Okay. Like y'all know that. I don't know. Y'all don't know why I thought that I was gonna count myself out. like my team is rubbing in a form. But anyways, that's another story for another day. So we all can admit that Josh Allen is still on that second tier level of quarterbacks, right? Okay, so we still believe in Josh Allen. That's not the issue with the Buffalo Bills fans. We believe in Josh Allen. So my question is, I think we need to jump into narrative street just kind of sit here for a second. Because I want to ask a question hypothetically, right? If you look at the season right now, we are out of the playoffs, right? Yep. We're not in the playoffs. The AFC North is dominating the AFC as it stands right now. And so my question is, and I want to go to Mike first. Mike, if we miss the playoffs this year, if we miss it completely, then what? Like, it just hypothetically speaking, narrative street speaking, like if the Buffalo Bills do not make the playoffs this year, like what do you want to say? How are you gonna feel?
Oh, and they missed the playoff. Oh, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna feel terrible. Right? Playoff football is nothing like it, and we were deprived of that for 17 years. You know, we got a little taste pause. In what 2019 was the first year. Well, 2017, so I was a Tyrod, but that really didn't count. We was playing with house money. But ever since Jaws got here and after the whole Texans game, it's like, listen, we come in to win. Pause again, damn. But it's like, so I'll be pissed. So if we miss the playoffs, McDermott not gonna get fired, B not gonna get fired, but Ken Dorsey can't be here for our third year. Like Dorsey has to. People have to go. Like let's get a defensive coordinator. Because McDermott, maybe whatever he was trying to do, it didn't work. Let's get Ken Dorsey out of here. Let's get more experience, OC or anyone off the Shanahan, McVay tree. I don't care. Give me anybody, and then let's roll the ball back out next year.
Interesting. So Mike is saying if we miss the playoffs, fire sale. Like there's definitely some things that need to change. So I'm gonna go to Matt. I don't want to necessarily word it in that way, but I want to ask you, because I've been asking you every show, right? I want to stick on that narrative street, and if you in the comments, please let us know how you feel about this question, Matt. And if you're watching this, please like, share, rate, and review. How do you feel about the Bills as it relates to the AFC? You once said that we were the second best team in the AFC. That's what you said. You've been saying that for the past few shows. How do you feel about the Bills now?
You know, I'm still up there with.
Stop, Matt. Like, stop.
Right.
What? Why are you doing that again?
You let him answer his question?
Okay, answer, Matt. All right, answer.
Man,
No, the team we just lost to, bro. Like, you gotta, like, Matt, at some point, we are not that team. We're out of the playoffs. Like, how do you?
But he can answer your question.
I just don't understand.
Yeah, we're out of the
playoffs
by one. We're one game away from being the 3 seed.
Justify
you know
it,
what I'm saying?
Justify
we're,
it.
We're right. Yeah, I'm gonna justify it. So with our offense, our defense right now, what's cobbled together with our defense to only hold those guys to 24 points, the second best team that you're calling in the NFL. It's definitely good. Our offense at any point, although inconsistent, we can if they figure it out and turn it on, we are easily the second best offense,
Matt,
in the NFL.
I'm asking
you,
Matt, where are we at in the AFC?
How good was your day today?
It was good.
It couldn't have been good. It had to be terrible. It had to be a terrible day.
Why?
No.
That's how Sam sound. He asked you a question.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Listen.
Like, what are you
Listen,
talking about?
we're gonna get to the review of the game in a second. I'm just asking Matt, like, so you're saying we're the second best team in the AFC? Are you seriously saying that?
I think we're still the second best team in the AFC. I do.
I do. Can I ask this hypothetical question to everybody out there listening, right? So, right, if you have 20 fighters, right? And one of the fighters was the second best fighter at the time, but dudes keep knocking him out. Like, he keep getting knocked out by one person, then another person knock him out, then another. Like, at some point, he is not the second best fighter. Like, I don't get it. Like, why do we keep doing that? I think, honestly, I'm gonna just keep it a stack. I think the Buffalo Bills is one of the most overrated teams I've ever seen in my entire life, because we keep saying that we're so good, but we keep losing and we do not play well.
So let's just throw this out there.
The Ravens are better than us.
Who's the second best team in the NFC? Who's the second best team? Who's the first best team in the NFC?
I don't care.
But Sam, this is not.
I'm talking about the AFC now.
But you asking Matt a subjective question, far as like, you're not asking him the standings. He can read the standings to you.
Yeah.
You ask him who you feel like the first or second best team. Yeah, it's not the standings. So you don't name the standings.
The standings is a reflection of what we're talking about. Like, you can't
just deny it.
It's like every year you have it's not the standings.
It's like every year you have an NFC South team who's 7-9 and makes the playoffs. And you're telling me they're the fourth best team in the NFC?
The whole AFC North is above us. They are better than us. Do you think the whole AFC North is better than us?
I think the Ravens and the Bengals are better than us. That's a fact. I did not.
But the whole AFC North is above us.
No, I just said that the Ravens and the Bengals are definitively better than us. So we cannot be two by that metric, for sure.
Well, if you ask him, let him
No,
answer his
okay,
question.
no, I'm
I
at,
can't say
Matt answered
it's
that.
definitively better because at the end of the day, we're one Dalton Kincaid fumble away from being a score away.
Okay,
You
we're
know,
getting to that game. I'm not, but the
Yeah.
issue is you're basing it off this one game. I'm basing it off of we look trash. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I think that's the issue is with the Buffalo Bills fans, and we're gonna get to this because I want to ask this question. For some odd reason, we always think we're a play away or a player away, and we're like mad plays and mad players away though. Like it's just like it's mad players, it's mad plays. Like we're not one away. I don't know when we might have been one away maybe when we played the Chiefs.
13 seconds.
Yeah,
No,
that was,
seconds.
but we haven't been there since. Rad.
But that's the thing, Preach. I think people. I'm not accusing you of this, Matt. But I think people and Bills fans in general, when we keep saying we are capable of playing a certain way, I think the vision that we have in our head is the perfect game versus the Patriots in 13 seconds versus the Chiefs. And the Bills hasn't really been that offense since then, right? They were 13-3 last year. They was good. So I'm not here to say
they were that offense in the
Last
Raiders
year.
game this year. They were that offense in the Miami game.
We've seen it.
In the Rams game. Oh, this year in
shown
Miami game.
Yeah,
that was fine. But I think when people talk about they can get back to that offense, they're not talking about they can get back to the Miami offense when they play Miami. They talk about 13 seconds or the game against the Patriots, and I don't know if we have that. I know. I said I wasn't talking about you.
I'm talking this season. Like we've shown that we can go out there and absolutely dominate on offense, and our defense with what we have right now. If you hold an offense like a Bengals to less than 30 points, you should be able to beat them.
But
I like
stop
that,
saying that. We
Why?
suck
Why?
on offense. Like you can't keep saying that, Matt. We had 14 points against the Giants. Talk about that.
That's true.
How come you always bring up, oh my God, we could do this and this and this.
The Chiefs had
Please,
9
stop
points
saying
against the Broncos.
You keep talking about teams that win games. I don't like when you talk about teams that win games. We're not winning games at the clip of the Chiefs. We don't have Pat Mahomes sitting in the back of our car. Yeah. We don't have Andy Reid. So you stop comparing us to greatness. Compare us to where we're at.
It's the same comparison because we're winning at the same clip every year. We've been 13-3 the last 4 years. We're winning at the same exact clip. I don't know where you're getting this. It's not like we're going 9-7. We're winning at the same exact clip with a different group. We're not winning the Super Bowl, but we're winning at the same exact clip throughout the year.
What I'm saying
is with our group.
What I'm saying is, I think we overrate ourselves. And Rad, we could transition to this. Let's go to this Bills at Cincinnati game, right? 24-18, we lost the game.
Yeah.
Tell me why we lost. Who am I to blame for this loss? And if you in the comments, let us know, who are we supposed to blame for this loss? Are we blaming Dalton Kincaid? Is that what we're doing? Really?
No, I'm not blaming Dalton Kincaid. I'm blaming the offense. Obviously, I'm blaming the offense.
But who?
Is it my turn to talk?
You got the floor.
Thank you. I'm blaming the offense. I think it starts with Ken Dorsey.
Okay.
And then it goes down to Josh. I think Ken Dorsey, every week we don't know what's gonna happen. Last week we got, Gabe, Shakir, everybody involved. James Cook got touched it this week. It was none. They didn't see it. You know what I mean? So we don't have an identity on offense where we can go to that we know we're gonna do. I think Josh ran one time this game, if I'm not mistaken, as far as a design run. I think to go back to your question, is like I don't think we're not making the playoffs, but this hypothetical world, I think Ken Dorsey, short of us an AFC championship game, I think he's probably out. Honestly, and it's not because he's the worst offensive coordinator in the world. It's just we're clearly regressed since Daboll is gone. We're not the same offense. Josh Allen, the consistency of Josh Allen is gone. The offense consistency is gone. So he's on a hot seat regardless of if we make the playoffs or not. He's probably already reevaluating his position. We need somebody better. We need somebody more experienced. We need somebody who could push our offense forward. So Ken Dorsey more than likely is gone anyway. Because the offense is skidding, and I think McDermott is having one of his best coaches year up. We losing players left and right on the defense, and they still making plays. They still getting important stops when we need to get important stops, and the offense is getting 3 and outs. You know what I mean? That was never the case, and that's the case now. So I think Josh Allen is not consistent. Maybe he don't understand what Ken Dorsey want him to do on the drives. He don't like the whole methodical drives. He don't like the fact that the defense is taking away the big play. He don't know how to handle that. And Ken Dorsey is not letting him not telling him what he got to do. I don't know. The communication is not there. Like, Josh, we got to dunk it down. We got to the play calls where we making Josh have to get out of his hand, where he just making decisions for himself. The pass to Gabe Davis, the interception. I'm sitting here watching. I'm like, bro, I just was like, bro, I don't know what he see. I don't know what that was. It was bad. It was bad quarterback. That was a bad quarterback play. And Josh and Joe Burrow and Patrick Mahomes is not making that play. Like, nobody's making that play but Josh Allen, because he just think he needs to get the ball down the field all the time. So for me, it's Ken Dorsey, Josh Allen, the disconnect there. And I think Ken Dorsey on the hot seat, regardless of playoffs or not, he's probably going to be gone next year.
Mike, blame pie. Who we blaming?
Yeah, I agree. And to your point, Rad, Josh Allen is the quarterback that, let's say, Matt Stafford or someone used to be. I remember going to a Lions game when the Bills came here, and I think Stafford was playing. And I said, yo, don't worry, Stafford going to throw us one. And right on cue, he threw us one. So I was at my boy John, who a Bengals fan, and he just kept saying, listen, Allen going to throw us a pick, y'all. Don't even worry about it. Allen going to throw one. And Allen threw one right away. It's not even a surprise when Allen throw bonehead picks anymore. And that's a big problem. Like, bro, you're not a rookie no more. This is year 6 or whatever. But in terms of blame pie, I'm here to kick Gabe Davis back in.
Oh, man.
I know
let's get to it.
I know whenever Gabe have a good game, Brad be like, yo, Gabe, I don't say nothing about Gabe. He did all right. Listen, 0 for 0 as your number 2 wide receiver on a Josh Allen-led team.
But
where you only run the
did
ball
you not see the
8
difference
times?
between last week and this week? That was clearly play calling.
Listen, I don't know what it was.
No, I'm about to.
I just know that Gabe Davis.
They gave the ball to Gabe Davis all over the field last week
for 0 yards. And as my wide receiver 2,
all right,
I need better from that. Now, if you want to say that Ken Dorsey not scheming up plays for Gabe Davis, that's probably because you trash.
But we just saw last week when he did. What did Gabe Davis do? We just seen it. Like, we just saw it. I can see if it haven't happened this year, but we just saw last week. Get the ball to Gabe Davis. He made plays.
Yo, can I answer this?
See that?
Can I answer this, Mike?
Go ahead.
Okay. Let me just read, because comments is coming in. Shout out to the comments. Julius Groom said, I think Ken Dorsey should let Josh play his game and stay consistent with the hurry up. I'm gonna let Matt deal with that one. And shout out to my guy Swanson. Follow him. He does a lot of cooking. Appreciate him. He's a good football guy. He watched the All 22. We all watched, me and him, we watched the All 22, y'all. He said, we are so basic in concept offensively, especially against the cover 2/4. O-line has been solid all year except this game. Please miss me with this balance BS. Let Josh play his game. So everybody is saying let Josh cook. But to Rad's point, listen, I sent this text. And I want every Bills fan to comment on this. Hopefully we can break this out. This will be our breakout clip. Gabe Davis, Trent Sherfield, Deontay Hardy. I personally believe they're some of the worst receivers ever to play football. And what I mean by that is that Josh was asked the question, why didn't he get the ball to Gabe Davis? He did not have an answer because in his mind, he honestly was like, he trashed. Y'all didn't know that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think in his mind, he's like, yo, he's actually doo-doo, and I don't want to pass it to him because he really doesn't do anything for me. And the reason why our offense is basic is because we have one player who can do things with the ball. His name is Stephon Diggs. That's just to be honest. I'm not saying James Cook is a good player. I'm not saying
that's
that James,
the dump. So you talk about our players make our offense basic. That's what you're saying? Not the play caller?
If you have great players make.
But
Josh,
but you and Mike, this beginning of this year, said this is the best offensive weapons we had.
I've never said that. I don't know. If you know
God.
For a fact, I've never said that in my entire life.
Yes,
I've
you
always
did.
been a Gabe Davis hater for my entire life.
Me too.
Like, come on now, Matt. I've always been a Gabe Davis hater.
So what iteration of the last 4 years is better than this offense we got now?
What iteration?
Yeah. What players?
Probably all of them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's just
what
trash.
players? Tell me.
The thing is,
tell me the players.
I think Gabe Davis has regressed.
Tell me the player. Tell me the
Davis,
combination of the players that's better than
Gabe Davis
that
3 years ago. Gabe Davis 2 years ago. He's better. He's trash now. Dude is garbage. Yo, we do not have
the Cole Beasley, John Brown,
for sure.
Cole Beasley, Emmanuel Sanders. Gabe Davis.
Emmanuel Sanders. Exact. That collective is. I mean, Stephon
Emmanuel Sanders.
Great. Yes, absolutely. He was better than Gabe Davis by far. Listen, this is what I will say. The reason why we don't have big plays.
Cole Beasley.
Yeah, the reason why we don't have big plays is because we don't have big playmakers outside of Stephon Diggs. So if Stephon Diggs is bracketed, Gabe Davis is legit trash. He doesn't get thrown the ball. It's a fact. Like I don't know why that's a crazy statement to say. We're relying on a rookie tight end.
My one question, Sam.
And our offensive line is garbage, or at least it's been played.
What was the difference between last week game plan and this week game plan?
The team we played.
So you telling me? But you telling me
yes! the team we played.
So you telling me the same plays?
The team we played. The Buccaneers are a worse team than the Cincinnati Bengals. We're talking about a playoff team and a non-playoff team. When you play against better teams, when you play
the same plays called.
Can I explain? When you play
against the same type of plays called from last week.
Allow me to explain. When you play against,
you're not answering my question.
I'm about to help you out because you're not a coach. When you play against a better defense, better play calling, better players, you can't just run the same offense. Duh. I mean, that doesn't even make sense. They're a better team than what we played against. So we had to, listen, our offensive line was terrible in the trenches. I'm talking about Blaine Pie. Our offensive line was awful. Deion Dawkins was terrible. Spencer Brown reverted back to the old Spencer Brown. Mitch Morris, it looks like he's long in the tooth. He can't laterally move anymore.
They wasn't having that bad, bro. Oh my God. I'm not going to put it on them.
All right, Matt.
The offensive lines did not jump out to me being bad. I did not come away from saying the offensive line was bad.
Did you think the offensive line played well?
They play like they play.
I don't think they play well, but I don't think they played.
They run the ball.
Yeah,
we didn't run. We didn't run.
We ran 55 plays. We threw it 38 times, dude. We didn't run the ball. We were down.
But y'all say that as if that's a bad thing.
In the first 2 quarters, we're not gonna suddenly. We're down 3 scores. We're not about to start run. No, we got to get back a little bit.
Okay.
We didn't have the ball. We didn't have the ball to have the luxury to run.
Because turnovers and 3 and outs.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying though.
Because turnovers is 3 and outs. Why didn't we have the ball, Sam?
Yeah, we didn't have the ball.
Turnovers and 3 and outs.
We didn't have the ball because Gabe Davis couldn't get open.
It wasn't because Gabe Davis couldn't
get open. Well, we did on those 3 and outs though. We did run, sack.
Yes.
And then we did run, sack.
Yes.
So we tried to run it and 3 and outs.
Our offensive line didn't get no push.
Why? Because we just threw the ball and Josh threw an inexplicable pick. Unspeakable. Like, what are you doing?
Pick, bro. Like, he threw one pick.
It was a crazy nonsense pick.
He threw one pick. It did not affect the game.
At the end of the day,
the defense took care of it. It's just like
it affected the play calling of Ken Dorsey clearly.
The offense didn't capitalize off of the momentum that the defense was bringing at the end of the day. So the defense was getting off the field when they shouldn't have been getting off the field. They turned what should have been points into punts, right? The offense would turn around and go 3 and out. That kills momentum for the game. And that's terrible. And that allowed them to keep the ball and keep, and keep the ball out of Josh's hands. And then when Josh had it in his hands, we had a 3 and out. So we're not going to do anything with that.
I don't preach. I would say this. I don't love that point because it's almost like, the Bengals only scored 26 in the playoff game. It was like us last week against the Buccaneers. Like, we only scored 24 points. Well, that's because we decided that we didn't need to score anymore and we just punted the ball at midfield. Now, the Bills defense did play a lot better in the second half, but if Burrow needed to go down there and score, he would have went down there and scored. They would have went 4 and 4 down.
That's a fact.
They went down there and did whatever.
Thank you.
And kept scoring.
Thank you.
So, but the defense did play okay though.
Yes, I agree with that.
I don't know if I would say that if he had a score, he would go down and score because he didn't go down and score after
if we would have scored, they would have scored. Stop it. Stop.
After the second quarter, they didn't score.
Oh my God! Because we didn't score. They didn't have to.
They had plenty of chances to go down and score. They were in the 30. They were in field goal range. They could have got field goals. We got them out of field goal range with good plays on defense.
No, they did. They played the defense.
That's what I'm saying. So
a lot better in the second half.
Yeah.
So are the Bills making the playoffs?
They gave the offense plenty of opportunity. Like there was that point where we were down 21-10 we got the ball coming out of half. We could have went down and scored. We got the field goal, right? Then if Dalton Kincaid doesn't, I mean, I'm not blaming on that, but that momentum,
we didn't
he fumbled on that drive. We're gonna go down one score there. We're potentially gonna go. We got what 9 minutes left. We're gonna stop them again, get the ball back and score just like we did. But then we're winning that game. That's the offense just didn't capitalize on the defense.
The Buccaneers said this last week.
So is the most overrated team making the playoffs, Sam?
Is the Bills making the playoffs?
Yes, the most overrated team.
They're not one of the top 7 teams in the AFC.
No, I do believe.
No, is they making the playoffs? I want to hear. If they currently right now have y'all got it? Is they making the playoffs?
Yes.
Mike.
Yes.
Oh man, I got the Bills like at 9-8 right now. I think 9-8 to get in.
All right.
I personally think the Bills are going to make it because I just think that the Dolphins, they're not serious people. Like they're a joke.
Don't matter.
I know, but I think that they will lose. They're going to lose more games. And I think that eventually we're going to beat them week 16 or 17.
We're going to lose games too.
We're definitely going to lose games because we're trash. But they are trash too, so they're going to lose games as well. So we're going to beat them. They're going to drop one to like the Jets probably. They're going to drop it to a bad team, and I think we're going to have a better record on. We should win the division because the Jets, they're not serious people either. So that's what I'm saying. Because not because of anything that the Bills is going to do, because the Dolphins are so bad. Like I just think that fundamentally when I look at the Bills team, I think our offense is terrible. We have bad weapons.
Why?
In my opinion,
Just get weapons. You saying
what I'm saying is that we can. What I mean by we're overrated is that Josh Allen is really, really great. So we have a high floor because we have a great quarterback. We have a great wide receiver in Stephon Diggs. So it's like you can do something with that. But when I look at the other team, like the Cincinnati Bengals, and I see T. Higgins and I see a Jamar Chase with the Joe Burrow, it's like, and a Joe Mixon, it's like
is Lamar Jackson weapons better than ours?
I think Zay Flowers is way better than Gabe Davis. He's not better than Stephon Diggs.
He's the number one there.
He's the number one.
Yes, compare him to Gabe. He's the number one there.
Is their weapons better than
yes,
ours?
in totality. Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers, and Odell Beckham is better than if you give Josh would be a 7,000-yard passer in my opinion.
Yo, you just say anything. You hear him? Like, all right.
But I would say the weapons may not be better. They are playing good. They are a newer system, less tape on them. But also, Lamar still uses his leg.
And Lamar's playing better than Josh Allen right now. So,
and Kincaid, I mean, if Kincaid has been as good, I mean, starting Kincaid is going to be as good as Zay Flowers as far as.
No, it's not. Don't ever say nothing like that.
Yes, he is.
No, it's not.
Yes, he is. His impact, I'm talking about his impact. Kincaid is going to be a top 4 or 5 tight end moving forward.
But that's a mere bag of shells. Nigga, Cole Kmet was top 4 tight end last week. Like, who cares? Whoop-de-doo. He's not Travis Kelce. Nigga don't move no needles. It's like,
oh, Kincaid?
No, he doesn't to me.
He's a rookie. I'm saying moving forward, he's good.
Whoop-de-doo. I don't care. He does not make big plays, bro. I'm talking about we need 20-yard passes down the field. That's our offense.
I am waiting for that.
He's getting 10-yard passes.
Yeah,
he's getting
bro, you see how they moved to go? First, it was like, we waiting for Kincaid. First round talent, he's terrible. Now he do it. We need bigger
plays.
He's
not doing anything. What is he doing? What is he doing?
We need him to be Kelce. I don't care. We need him to be
Kelce.
No,
what I'm saying is,
y'all gonna keep moving the goalpost. That's science.
Rad. That's what I'm saying.
Y'all was looking for Kincaid. Y'all two was.
I never looked for Kincaid.
Y'all was
I actually
like,
never
where's
looked
Kincaid?
for him.
We put the first round. Where's this guy? Y'all telling me we gonna wait till week 12 to see him. He's here. Now we saying it's not enough.
He caught some passes. Yo, if Josh throw 38 passes, I will hope somebody
will just said it's not enough. Y'all just said it's a mere bag of shells that he's good. It's a mere bag of shells.
What is he doing?
Oh my God. I can't do it.
Yo, I hate some deeper passes with Kincaid,
bro.
I am waiting for some deeper passes with Kincaid.
All right.
Like okay. I hate that point. I get it. The defense is making it difficult, but that does not mean you can't do it. You have to pick your spot, but you can still
we do it and Josh missing. Is Josh not missing? Josh is missing on those big plays. Josh is missing on those big plays, and he's not patient enough to take what they got. He's missing. He's missing. That's Josh.
Bench him. Let's bench him.
Anyways, Okay, let's do this.
All right then. Right. Well, and
I'm not
two,
complaining
Allen-
about Kincaid. What are you doing? Y'all want 50-yard passes. That's what Josh wants too. That's why he's throwing interceptions.
I'm saying that Kincaid is
20
a mere bag of shells. I want a number 2 receiver. I want better weapons around Josh. That's all. That's too much to ask for. And to be honest, we gonna get to Brandon Bean in a second because I got a lot of words for him. Let's go to our Rad Juice segment.
What are you gonna say about him?
You wait and see. Let's go to our Rad Juice segment. Let's just see if we can pick.
Let's go, Tim.
If we can pick out a player, that had the juice, so to speak. I think I got a player, but Rad, can you let the people know who was sponsoring this segment?
All right, this segment is brought to you by Rad Juice. Real fruit, real flavor, real kids. Tired of the same old drinks? Rad Juice is here, crafted by young entrepreneurs with a passion for taste. It's a real fruit adventure. Experience nature finest in every sip. No artificial additives, just pure refreshment. Explore 3 exciting flavors: peach, strawberry, and tropical. And now you can find Rad Juice at 3 convenient locations near you. 716 Premium, located at 425 Elmwood. Crenshaw Chicken and Waffles, located at 37 Chandler Street. And our newest location, Sweet Cheeks Cake Bar, located at 1685 Hurdle Ave.
Awesome.
Elevate your refreshment game with Rad Juice, created by kids, enjoyed by everyone. Grab yours today.
Shout out Rad Juice. So since Matt is optimistic, Matt, can you point out a Rad Juice player who had the juice Sunday, rather, I should say?
Oh, you know what? I'll give a highlight. It's easy. I guess it's easy to go with some low hanging fruit with maybe like Steph or Kincaid, but I think Dane Jackson had his best game in a Bills uniform, man. In a Bills uniform, he made a lot of good plays. He was actually active in the run game, and like I said, in that group that was out there, he was definitely leading the pack, and like he had his best game by far in a Bills uniform.
Listen, for me, Rad Juice player is Joe Burrow. He just was a model for Josh. Over 300 yards, poised, kept his team together. Hopefully Josh can get to that point again. He hasn't been playing that way, so hopefully he'll see that and then kind of get him a bolt of energy so Josh can do those same things that we know that he can do. So shout out to Joe Burrow. He didn't come into the season healthy, but he's fighting his team back. And I don't know if Josh is unhealthy. I don't know if his elbow hurts, but I just want Josh to see that you can't be hurt and play. So there you go.
For me, I know you said long like a free, but it's Kincaid. Kincaid, being the big slot, being the safety valve, that pushing the chains, looking forward, this being what we want him to be. You know what I'm saying? I think Kincaid moving forward. Bye Dawson Knox. You don't need to come back. I think we find our tight end for the future. He's good. He's already better.
Dawson Knox was ever our tight end for the future.
Yeah, they signed him 4 years. Yeah, we signed him. No.
I know what they did. I'm just asking, what did that mean? We signed a whole bunch of other people. What does that mean?
Yeah, but he was definitely supposed to be the tight end for the future. So yeah, we're gonna cut your losses. Shout out to Kincaid. I think he's definitely gonna be a top five tight end in this league.
Mike, you got a player?
Probably Kincaid. Yeah, I'm trying to look, man. I'm looking at the box score and the defense. I don't want to give it to not one soul on the defense.
No.
To be honest, I always give it to Diggs. I'm gonna give it to Diggs. Nope, I'm gonna give it to Shakir. I'm gonna give it to Khalil. As you know, that was your guy. Was not my guy. He didn't have a great game, 4 for 57, but that's okay, right? If Kincaid gonna go 10 for 11, if Diggs gonna go 6 for 7. Then we do need someone to come in and get 4 or 5 catches a game, keep moving the chains. And I think this might take some pressure off Gabe Davis. It took all the pressure off him last game because I don't think he played. But now Gabe Davis may not have to get 6 catches a game. Maybe he can go back to his more natural role of 2 for 175. And I think our defense, our offense can get back to what it does best. So I think with Shakir keeps showing up, getting a little better, I like our chances for our offense turning it around.
Okay, so we could transition to a real conversation, right? Let's go to a quarter of a season checkup, a mid-season checkup, however you want to describe it. And I want to ask this question to all the fans out there, everybody in the comments. Should we have done more at the deadline? We are out the playoffs as it stands right now. We're actually going the opposite way. And I think that, and I'll just answer this on the onset, because I think what I saw from Dane Jackson, right, even though obviously you need depth because, we got some injuries. We'll see how that plays out. But I think, like, Dane Jackson, like, he's serviceable to the point where, like, a cornerback was not necessarily a need. Like, Benford is fine. Dane Jackson is fine. Like, they're fine. Like, they're not necessarily elite, but we can, like, Sean McDermott is a good enough coach to put them in position to make plays. Dane Jackson made plays. So my only issue was this. I just think that one thing you do double down on your strengths. That's one thing you do in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at it. But I think, like, offensively, I honestly, fundamentally, I cannot understand how you can look at our offense and not say that we needed help. Like, I don't know. Like, anything. Like, even if it's another, we even got a defensive tackle. He was pretty good. You know what I mean? Sunday. He was in there. Limbaugh was shaking stuff up.
Limbaugh Joseph.
Yeah, he was.
He was shaking stuff up.
Russell Douglas played good too, though.
I'm just saying, like, we double down on our defense, which is a good thing. But it's like, offensively, it's like, I think we have this arrogance that we're just amazing, and I don't see it. So, Rad, do you think we should have done more at the deadline?
I mean, I thought we were. But to be honest with you, I think Brandon Beane felt like he did his job. I know you think it's a personnel problem. I don't. I think it's a Ken Dorsey problem. I think the players is there. Last year he brought in, y'all didn't like it, but he brought in running back Hines, and he didn't get used. And in his offseason, Brandon Beane said something about
Hines, bro. Like, why are y'all doing that? Yo, you just saying names. Can I say another name?
But what I reason I brought it up is because Brandon Beane he felt some type of way. This offseason he said, I didn't bring Hines to play special teams. I want him to be in the offense. And he didn't get used in offense. So Brandon Beane figured that he did it in the offseason. I think the players he brought in was fine. I don't think adding, obviously, if you're not going to add a bona fide star, which I think Brandon Beane did his due diligence to go get one. If he wasn't going to get one of those guys, adding somebody, a third level receiver would have have done. It wouldn't have done nothing.
I don't want to add a third
level
receiver.
It's not a personnel issue. It's not a personnel issue to me. Unless you was going to get Devontae Adams, D-Hop, which we did not go, which wasn't feasible. They wasn't letting them go. Then what was you going to do? It's not a personnel issue on that level. I think Brandon Beane did his job. It's a Ken Dorsey issue, and I think Brandon Beane know that. And he know that he's looking out for people for his job. I think Ken Dorsey's on the hot seat and it's burning up. Period.
I do agree. I think it is Ken Dorsey and, hey, how do I use these players? Like,
period.
When McKenzie was here with Dabo just had him run across on a jet screen every play. You ain't getting the ball, but you gonna run as fast as you can just to get some eyes.
Yep.
But when McKenzie was here with Dorsey last year, we didn't do any motion. We still don't do any motion. So it's like, Dorsey, what's up? Hardy, you can't use his speed to do nothing, not ever. Like, Gabe Davis finally getting 2-yard passes. Where has that been for the last year and a half? It's like, Dorsey, what are you doing? Like, you're not getting the best out of these players.
He don't know. He make it up every week. He don't know.
That's crazy.
He don't know. I mean, if you watch it, he don't know what he gonna do. He don't know. He don't know how to use Hardy. He don't know how to use James Cook. He don't know. He just figured out Kincaid because Dawson Knox is hurt. He do not know how to use these people. He think Josh is a standstill back in the back pocket quarterback slinging around. He does not know how to use these players. It's a Ken Dorsey issue. Get him out of here. He's done, bro. He's done.
Yeah, Tim going crazy. And Tim
listen,
the Bills trap.
Let me say this. I'm not. Ken Dorsey does need to step it. I'm not saying Ken Dorsey is not without fault in any of this. Primarily how he's using Josh. I think you should run Josh into the ground. That's been I've been consistent on that. I do not care. I think you should just run him. I mean, Lamar Jackson runs all the time. I don't know why Josh Allen can't run. I fundamentally don't understand that. Seems like Joe Burrow can run too, though. I don't know. Everybody's just running. Everybody be running. Josh don't run. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if that's a higher up thing. That may be a Pagula thing. Maybe Pagula told Josh in his ear, stop running. I'm not sure. Y'all gonna have somebody. I haven't got the sources on that one. But if it is Ken Dorsey telling him, he needs to stop telling him that. Josh needs to run the ball. But also, too, to Rad's point, Ken Dorsey doesn't know how to use the weapons he has. Rad, and I'll just frame it to you this way. Have you ever had a broken down car? How do you use that? All right, Matt. So I'm going to go to Matt. Matt, how do you feel about it? Should we have done more at the deadline?
I don't. On offense wise, I don't know if he didn't try to do anything. I mean, it's not. I'm not bringing anybody in off the street. You know what I mean? To come. I mean, maybe there's the Martavius Bryant.
Everybody else doing it.
But I mean, he's not on a team right now. So that
he just got signed by
there's not much more he really could have done short of maybe trying to that Devontae Adams wasn't available was what Vegas said. And there's other scenarios. I think I'm with Rad. Dorsey's got to figure out how to use what we got because we have Josh Allen. We have guys that are capable of playing offense. There has to be something. Running a flea flicker on their 45 that takes 10 seconds to develop. By that time, your receivers are out of the back of the end zone, so you don't really have that play. Shit like that. It's not working. You know what I mean? When he tries to run plays like that in inopportune times and then just keeps it basic at other times, like he's got to figure it out. And this offense has to figure it out and get some rhythm. Because once we get some rhythm and we get rolling, then we're good.
Have our offense got better? And you saying it's not just the play calling, it's the personnel that's got worse over the last 3 years.
I think that Deion Dawkins is bad. He's not the same player he was 3 years ago. Can you agree on that point?
Oh my God!
I don't know why. See, that's the thing, though. You don't want to answer questions. You ask me a question. I'm being honest.
Like, I'm not.
I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm watching.
Is Josh Allen worse? Did Josh Allen get better or he worse?
Josh Allen has regret.
Yes, I mean, like, I don't.
Why?
You gotta ask Josh, bro.
Nigga, it's the play caller. Just say it, bro. It's the play caller, bro. I want you to say what you trying to say. The play caller is worse. Period.
This is the issue with that. We was 13-3 last year. We never. I was always a proponent of. It's not Ken Dorsey. Like Ken Dorsey. What I'm saying is
because last year, me and you were saying after the Green Bay game, we said, "Yo, this is not a Super Bowl winning offense." You and I was on that last year.
I never blamed Ken Dorsey for that. I always blame Josh Allen.
Oh, I did.
I'm a Josh Allen blamer. I pay you more than we pay Ken Dorsey. Like you are the franchise. Like you should be able to overcome all of this. You have he can. When Ken Dorsey calls plays, he can change the plays at the line if they're that bad.
But where they do that at?
Joe Burrow does it. CJ Stroud has been doing it. If you listen to what they've been talking about.
So the plays, Joe Burrow.
Yo, you bringing up CJ Stroud in this conversation?
I think CJ Stroud's better than Josh Allen right now. Huh? What'd you say, Matt?
So Joe Burrow doesn't change the whole landscape of the offense. No. He doesn't do that. He has Zach Taylor calling plays, and he schemes up the great players that he has to make plays. And Joe Burrow, he dissects other things, but all he has to do is go out. He creates one-on-ones with guys like T. Higgins,
better
and those
players,
guys
right?
win.
Yeah,
he creates the plays though. It's not just about better players. If you give Diggs 20 one-on-ones, he's going to win 19 of them.
But you can't give Diggs 20. You can't.
If you scheme up Gabe Davis like he did last week, Gabe Davis went off. You scheme up a player, you scheme up a Dalton Kincaid, he's gonna succeed. You gotta scheme him up. You gotta figure that out as the offensive coordinator. You have to make the other players become decoys and scheme them up every time. Or
that's literally his job.
Yeah, that's your job.
That's his job.
I'm not denying that, but all I'm saying is I think it's a cop-out to just say it's Ken Dorsey fired.
The job is easier if you got Randy Moss.
Of course, the job is easier.
It absolutely is. But when you don't, you got to get creative, and he's not getting creative. He's spreading it
if you're
out four wide, letting those guys go out for passes, and just saying, "Hey, Josh, go do something." You know what I'm saying? That's not no offensive coordinator does that. Andy Reid doesn't do that with Mahomes.
What does he do with Mahomes then, Matt?
He doesn't. He makes stuff happen. He makes things.
What does he
move
make
around.
happen? Like
He be wide open.
Shut up,
I just think
See,
that
that's the stuff I can't have a real
stuff.
conversation because
Y'all
you say
just
stuff
saying
like
stuff.
that.
No,
You don't think Andy Reid scheme him up? You don't think Shanahan scheme him up? You don't think Mike McDaniel scheme up?
Shanahan is scheming
We
up.
watching their offense.
Yes, for
Their
sure.
offenses
They be
do not look
open.
like our offense. They don't. It don't look.
Everything is
But
hard.
and two things. If Josh Allen's a top, we walked in here and said Josh Allen's a top 2-3 quarterback, right?
4, I said.
Whatever the number is, if they're not playing that way, is he? Y'all saying he not no more? He not 10?
No, he's not playing
Now
that
10?
way. He is. He's not. Josh
But I'm
Allen
just saying,
is not.
what's different? Is he just bad?
But no, Josh
He just
Allen
bad?
was a top quarterback last year with the same offensive coordinator.
So is Josh Allen just bad now?
He's worse. He's regressed.
I do blame Dorsey. I mean, if Josh not listening, it's Dorsey's fault. But I will say this: I saw something on Twitter that was saying that Dorsey may not be a bad OC, but he's just not a good play caller. They said like calling plays is like an art in a way. And like you can just call some plays, but having a flow and knowing what play to call when. Like Dorsey is not great at that.
It's big league. It's big league stuff, bro. He not. It's like we wanted to stay in house. I get it. We wanted to stay in house. I get it. You wanted to stay in house. Ken Dorsey was there, but we should have been more aggressive, getting a better offensive mind. We should have just been more aggressive.
Listen. This is what I will say.
That's simple.
If we're on the track that Ken Dorsey, his timeline is not our timeline.
Exactly,
fine. His timeline is not our timeline.
It's not.
But my question is, this is my other question. We're gonna get off. Who's to blame for that?
McDermott.
All right. Like, okay, so he should be fired too then. Let him go.
Nah, McDermott ain't going nowhere. I mean,
I'm just saying, that's the biggest blunder.
If we miss the playoffs, he
has to
probably
be
is.
fired.
I think he probably is.
He got to be fired.
But if we make the
just signed the,
so what, bro?
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Bro,
but if he missed the playoffs, he probably is gone. If we make the playoffs, I think Ken Dorsey might be gone either way. We just let go of Leslie Frazier. Right, and he's way better than Ken Dorsey. So Ken Dorsey is probably gone.
That's not true. Ken Dorsey.
Dorsey gone.
Leslie Frazier is better defensive coordinator than
what I'm
Dorsey's
saying
offensive
is,
coordinator.
but Rad, what I'm saying is that the only proof of what we have with Ken Dorsey is a 13-3 season.
We got proof right now.
Okay, but we didn't know that. But we did not know that at the time. I'm just saying. Ken Dorsey,
about right now, though.
We went 13-3, and we had a top 5 offense last year. We can all agree.
But I'm talking about right now.
I understand
we had
that.
top 5 defense too.
No, all I'm saying is that that's in Ken Dorsey's bag. Right now, the offense is not as great. So he does have one successful season, and he has one season that's not as successful.
Nope. I'm not giving that to you because that's like with Ryan Fitzpatrick or when a backup quarterback come in, they look good for 3 games. And then once you get some tape and film on him,
it was 17 games.
But
right?
As we said in week 9, it was me and you. I remember.
But Josh Allen, his elbow was hurt though.
That whatever. We both said this
offense
offense
just say anything. Man,
we said, this offense is not a Super Bowl winning offense. This offense is trash.
I agree.
So you and I both kept saying that.
But
I don't know what's going on. And Rat was like, "What's a Super Bowl winning offense? What's Super Bowl winning offense?" It was trash last year and is carrying over to this year.
But I always speak in terms of players though. But so let's move on. Bills, we play. That's just me. I'm a player guy. Bills versus the Broncos. Monday night, big game. Broncos is playing better. So Matt, quickly, and then we're gonna get out the show. Who is our players to watch? Who are we watching against the Broncos?
I mean, I'm gonna just go with the offense, man. They started quick this week. I mean, we got to start quick and keep the foot on the gas, man. We're really banged up on defense. Terrell Bernard in the concussion protocol. Christian Benford's on the injury report. Everybody, defensive side is looking rough on injury report wise. So we definitely gotta bail them out for a change on offense. We got to go out and put up a nice. That the Broncos in years past have been our offense get it going game. I think we put up like 54 points 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely have been able to. We've been successful against them in the past couple of years. So coming back home on Monday night, we've been successful at home. So let's go ahead and get out early and let the defense kind of take the night off if I would say that, you know what I mean? Just that way we go into the bye week and get healthy. Try to get healthy best we can.
Bye week.
Not the
14.
bye week. I'm just saying, yeah. Go into next week and kind of get give us time. And a week 10, week 11, they're projecting some guys to come back, probably get a little bit healthier. So I'm hoping the offense can show up on Monday night.
You know something I don't know? Who coming back?
But Daquan Jones is scheduled to come back week 10.
Okay.
That could be a big help.
Wow.
The Milano mystery is up in the air. But like I said, Terrell Bernard's in the concussion protocol. If he's out this week, we'll get him back the following
More than
week.
likely he out.
Yeah, Benford, he
Really?
he left banged up this week. So like I said, we want to give those guys kind of a game off. That is what I would say.
Yep.
Mike, we got some players to watch.
Yeah, man. I keep saying this, dog. I'm not gonna pile up on Von Miller, Paul, because he's coming off an ACL.
Bro.
He's 35. It hasn't even been a full year yet, and I think that's wrong. But I also think that he needs to rehab and practice on his own time, and not on 3rd and 3 with a minute left in the game against the Bengals. If you ain't got it right now, bro, then we don't put in Epinesa. He's been playing just fine.
That right there was a killer right there.
Like, come on, you can't let Mixon put you on stage like that. But
Yeah.
so I'm looking at the defense of ends. Russo.
Oh my God.
Floyd.
Clowns.
Let's get after it. Let's get after Wilson. Right? I don't want Wilson to start getting comfortable and start letting him try to cook up our secondary with Judy and Sutton. Get after him often and early, and just get the game over with. Let it be a party so we can move on and get ready for the Jets.
Yeah, for me it's James Cook. I think Denver is one of the worst teams,
horse, bro.
They
You is being a dead Rad. If they are, I don't know what more they gotta tell you that James Cook is never happening. Like, bro, we just got,
but I'm
we
gonna keep
just got
calling it.
lit up Fournette, bro. James Cook is not
goes to my Ken Dorsey
happening,
problem.
bro. Like, it's
This
over.
goes to my Ken Dorsey problem.
Like,
This goes to my Ken Dorsey
Bro,
problem.
let that go. Rad, let James Cook go, bro.
Denver is one of the worst teams, if not the worst
credit.
team against the run. I think they might be the worst team against the run. Everybody ran against Denver. That's what they do. You run against Denver. Because they secondary, they got boys. They got Simmons and they got Surtain back there. They got boys back there. So you run against them, they cannot stop the run. James Cook, when he get touches, we do good. He do good. We become more explosive. So for me, it's James Cook. They don't like him. Ken Dorsey does not like him. It is what it is. Hey, he's not gonna be here next year, so it's all good.
He's definitely not.
Dorsey and Dawson not gone.
For me, it's Josh Allen. I want Josh Allen to run. I've been saying it all year. You need to run him to the ground. Just run. Take off whenever you want to. Stop looking downfield. Just run. Keep running. Get like 100 yards, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Move the chains. Make spectacular plays. I don't even care if he starts jumping over people again. Like, at this point, I'm with it. Like, if that's what you want to do, bro, do it. Because I think ever since we've been telling him not to jump over people, he actually stopped running. And I'm listen. If you want to jump over people, jump. If you want to throw people down with your arm, throw them down. I don't care. I think you're big enough to withstand it. If you give me 6 more years, I'm fine with it, bro. Like, as long as you give me a Super Bowl in that time,
if we want to win the Super Bowl, he gotta figure out how to pass the ball through this.
I just think he can run it.
Winning the Super Bowl running.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts did. You can run. Yes, you can.
He didn't win the Super Bowl.
What I'm saying is he got there.
Talk about.
He got there. No, Pat Mahomes did though. Pat Mahomes had like 70 yards in the playoffs.
Jalen Hurts threw for 400 yards that game. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but Pat Mahomes had like 70 yards rushing though. Like, you can run the ball, bro. Just run.
No, but Jalen Hurts had to change his game, or he wasn't gonna make to that Super Bowl. Trust me, he changed his game.
That's a matter of opinion.
He's not even running this year. Jalen Hurts is not running this year.
Okay, but he has AJ Brown. Close. We don't have AJ Brown, nor Devontae Smith, nor we don't have Dallas Goedert anymore. I think they have better weapons, but that's just me. I'm just being honest. They do have better weapons. We can all agree on that point, right? Like, all right, I gotta stop doing that. Boys got better weapons than us. Just keep it a stack. But anyways, also the
They got
offensive
better,
line.
like you said, Mike. They got better play calling.
Better
As we
play
can see.
caller, best offensive line in football.
That's what I'm saying. Our offensive,
They got a lot of things going for them. Let's be
offensive
real.
line need to play better. And also I'm looking at Von too. If Von don't get a sack here, I think we should bench him. It's his former team. Play better. So Matt, let's go to the contest. Shout out to everybody that entered into the contest. And Matt, let people know.
I had to
contest
win.
and
I'm
who
the only
won.
one that picked the Bengals.
Matt.
Yeah, but you still got to get the correct score. So
Close.
no, but at the end of the day, we did run the contest. Obviously, nobody predicted the correct score, so we had we went with the Josh Allen passing yards. So we actually had a tie there with the closest to his yards. So the second tiebreaker this week, it was the first loss we had with this one with the Gabe Davis receiving yards. And
Nobody got that.
So the first loss that we had with that, but obviously the closest to his yards was the lowest selection, which was Chris Mann. So congrats to you.
What was it?
Man.
It was he predicted 37 yards, so he was closest to 0.
That's
Shout
out to Gabe.
Yeah. But so we're gonna run the same contest this week for the Buffalo Bills against the Denver Broncos. You're gonna predict the correct score. As a tiebreaker, you're gonna predict Josh Allen's passing yards, and then we'll give it to Rad this week. We'll do James Cook's rushing yards. So that's gonna be the secondary tiebreaker. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm feeling a big play.
Over.
So, we're going to close that contest Monday. Also, what you're going to do after you do those 2 tiebreakers, you're going to tag a person. We want to get some more people in the contest. Want to grow this thing as much as possible. We want as many people as we can in this Overdue Bills merch. So definitely go ahead, get in that contest, win a free tee.
Fire.
Absolutely. Please enter to the contest. You can go on all of our social platforms at Overdue Bills pod. You can go overduebillspod.com, our website. You can find all of our socials. But if you type in Overdue Bills pod in any, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you can find us on socials. And please enter into it so you can get some of this merch. Go onto our website. We got new merch. On our website. We got some crews. Mike got it. Some hoodies. We got some amazing things on there. You can go there right now or hit us up. We can get it to you, before the Monday night game. We definitely want to see more people in this. Every time, I'm wearing this out, everybody, yo, man, this is amazing concept.
Fire.
So you're going to get stopped. It's a conversation starter. So please go do that right now. Like, share, rate, and review. Do all those amazing things so we can get the word out on this podcast. We appreciate everybody in the comments. Appreciate y'all watching. So we're trying to make the show even bigger. We got some sponsors coming in, but if you know a sponsor, hit us up. Let us know that's somebody who wants to sponsor something on the show so we can get them in there. We definitely doing some rearranging on that. But we appreciate all y'all. We'll be back we'll be back Tuesday because the game is on Monday, right? Or Monday?
Yeah.
So Tuesday,
Monday
we'll be back.
I'm sick of the night games. I know last year I told you I'm a 1 o'clock guy. And these night games, all right, y'all.
Well, it's over for that.
They're wearing me out too. But
over for that.
So so listen, back Tuesday, 7:30, be here. And y'all know how we end every show with a little bit of that. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey.
Hey.